to my YouTube live where I get to spill and gist and review interesting true crime stories. So, sorry I've been going on and off. I Yesterday I was supposed to come in and share some, but I was really tired, so that's the reason why you guys did not see me. And today I was even about to I was still about to skip this live, but I said, you know what, I just have to. So welcome. So let me wait for some minutes for the others to join us, so at least they get to still catch up. So let's wait for like 1-2 minutes, okay? So in the meantime, please let me know where you are joining from. Okay, so tell me your name and also your country. I don't know why my light is acting up, guys. So please let me know your name and your country, okay? Okay. I think that's much better. Yeah. So from the thumbnail, unlike my last live, the last story I shared here, this one is not as scary as the other one, so but trust me, it's actually really interesting. It's actually interesting. So like the name says, of the queen who run the professor. So this is a story that after listening to it, you're going to laugh yourself out, trust me. And I'm not even lying. So let me just wait for the others to join. We're going to start one says one in the next 2 minutes. Yep, in the next 2 minutes. So in the meantime, if this is your first time here, thank you for joining. Please don't forget, please just go ahead and subscribe, okay? So just subscribe so you don't get to miss me. And I also don't get to miss you as well. Okay. Hi, Dakota. Yeah, thanks for joining in. Thank you. Let me know where you're joining from. Tell me your country. Okay. So the name is Annie, based in Nigeria. Thank you for joining my YouTube live. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate. Okay. Hi, Emmanuel. Thank you for joining my live. Okay. Hope you subscribe. I live in Abilien. Oh wow, that's nice. That's really nice. How is it over there? How is the weather? uh, so if you are a true crime, thanks for subscribing, Ima. I appreciate. Oh, it's the season. I would really say it's actually the season, honestly. Over here, it's still a little bit cold, but we're trying. Okay. Abduram, right? I hope I called that well. I hope I pronounced your name well. Abduram. Thanks for joining. I hope you subscribed so you don't get to miss me, and I also don't get to miss you as well. Right? So let me come this way. I Thank you. Thanks. So on the channel, I do a lot of I share reviews and recommendations on your favorite series, your favorite show, your favorite movies, and also products. Okay, so you don't get to waste your time and your money getting something you might end up regretting, and also watching something you also might not like. But my YouTube live, I focus mainly on sharing true crime stories. So please note, these true crime stories, I didn't create them, okay? So I did not do nothing. So I'm just reviewing it based on what it's already out there. So in case you get to hear a similar story from a creator, so you get to know that I am not taking their credits. Okay, so all credits to them. So my life is just to share, review, and what they like, my reactions after listening to each of them, and also to share to some of you that are not aware people like this get to do stuff like this. Okay, so yeah, so I've waited enough, and let's get started. Yeah, so on today's true crime story, it's going to be focused on a lady. So the last one was about a guy, so this time is on a lady. And this lady, for the sake of the story, I'm not going to be using their names. Okay. Hi, at Body Piercing. My week was really nice. It was a bit busy. My week has been a little bit busy, but chill and still nice. Thank you so much for asking. I appreciate. I hope you've subscribed to the channel so you don't get to miss me, and I also don't get to miss you. Thank you for joining. So, thank you. So, this lady, I'm going to call her Sandra. Okay, so we're going to call her Sandra. So Sandra is a very chill lady from a really nice, I'm not going to say nice family. She's from a really rough family, because a family who deals on drugs, like their main capital or the main thing they do for work is drugs. So they sell drugs, they produce drugs, add drugs to be precise. Okay, so they are like, they run this cartel. So imagine um coming out from that kind of family. You can imagine how the background would be, right? It's definitely not going to be smooth. So Sandra um has a family that specializes on dealing with illegal drugs. And Sandra doesn't want to be like her family members. Of course, it's a normal thing not to want to keep up with those kind of background, because it doesn't always end well. Like, it really doesn't always end well. So she decided that she wants to go to school. She wants to write her own story. You understand? Like, she wants to be good in the society, and she also wants to impact life. So we all thought it's all going to be that way, but turns out that it's nothing like that. So Sandra, she was still striving though. She was actually still striving. She went to the university. She even moved out of her family house. So to show how serious she was, she moved out of her family house. She moved out of that city completely. So let's imagine she was living in New York. Rather, let's imagine her family are based in New York. And to pursue her education, she had to move out from New York all the way to New Jersey. You can imagine the distance, right? So when she moved into New Jersey, that's where her school is, a college. So she was doing well. She was actually doing well. She even met someone who she thought really, really loved her. So the guy in question, we're going to call him, let's call him Collins. So let's call him Collins. So Sandra and Collins started dating. Everything was going well, everything was going fine, nice, all good, you know, lovers. You know how lovers do their thing, right? Especially in school, college, and all that, up until she and Collins had an issue. They had like couples fights, disagreements, and all that. So thinking it was all going to end that way, guys, to your surprise, it didn't. It was really, really messy. It turns out that Collins' parts, his background is not as smooth as Sandra thought it would be, right? So Collins was also deals with drugs, like he also sells drugs and all that. And where they are in New Jersey, Sandra is just like a stranger. So that is not her territory. You understand? So that is actually where Collins stays. So they had like a serious fight, really serious fight, to the point where Collins had to kidnap her, like torture her for like weeks. She didn't not hear anything from her family, nothing happened. Just imagine they actually killed her. Just imagine Collins actually killed her. Nobody, when I say nobody, will find her. Nobody is going to even know. No one will save her. That is how bad it was. A book that you couldn't. Okay. Sorry guys, let me quickly drop this here. Okay, so while this is up here, you guys can also ask me any question. Okay, I Saliu Bako, thanks for joining my live. Hope you've subscribed, hope you've liked the video. So if you really do enjoy true crime stories, you have me here. Okay, so on my YouTube live, I love to share. I get to share interesting, intriguing, and also scary, weird true crime stories here on my YouTube live. Okay, so please subscribe so you don't get to miss me, and I also don't get to miss you as well. Okay, I Okoro, thanks for joining. Please do well to subscribe so you don't get to miss me and also don't get to miss you. Okay, so let me continue the story, right? So Collins really traumatized Sandra. He really traumatized Sandra to the point that Sandra had to quit her education. I cannot believe she actually quit her education because of that. So she quit her education, she moved out of New Jersey, and she moved back to New York. One would think that why would she have done that? I mean, after listening to that, I was just wondering, okay, if this whole thing happened in New Jersey, should have just maybe moved out of New Jersey, right? And maybe move to another different city to pursue her education. But no, Sandra didn't. She she completely shut down her dream of becoming a better person in the society. She completely shut down that one opportunity she had of doing something better, all because of a man. That can never be me. So please, you guys should let me know in the comment section if you would have acted the way Sandra did. I don't see myself acting that way. Anyway, Sandra went back home. She went back to where her family was based. So she was like, if anything of such should happen, she knows that her family are here to save her. Like, her family will definitely come save her and all that. So she know for sure that someone out there will like rescue her and all. So this time around, she said, okay, she was going to go into the business. So it was at this point she said she's no longer interested in pursuing her education. This time she wants to learn the drug business. Like, she wants to know what's up. She wants to know how it works. She wants to know the in, the out. She wants to also know the unspoken truth, everything. And she did. Like, she did. She was really, really good. When I say she was really good, you know, one thing that even made her really good is because she doesn't take any of those. You know that saying with drug code. If you want to be a successful drug dealer, don't take it. So there is this saying that don't get high on your own supplies. So if you start getting high on your own supplies, you're going to lose products, you're going to lose profits, and most importantly, you are going to lose clients. So Sandra followed that code. She doesn't take drugs, she doesn't smoke. The only thing you see her do maybe drink, get high and all that, but she doesn't take any of those substances, and it was really going well for her. It was actually really going well for her. I, Official Rich Man, thank you so much for joining my life. I hope you subscribe to the channel so you don't get to miss me and I also don't get to miss you, okay? So on my channel, I do a lot of reviews on movies, series, drama, and on my YouTube live, I share strictly true crime stories, the ones that will get you up. So good to have you here, okay? So please feel free to ask me any questions on the chats, okay? So for Sandra, Sandra was doing really well learning the drug business. Like when I say she was doing well, she was really doing well. She learned their supplier, she learned their competitor, she learned how it's being produced, she learned everything to the point where hello Miss Rose. Hi Artis Dule. I hope I called your name right. Thanks for joining my live. Please do well to subscribe so you don't get to miss me and I also don't get to miss you as well, okay? And please, yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine. Thank you for asking. I hope you're also good as well, okay? So, Sandra started off by learning all the basics. She moved from the basics, intermediate to advanced till she became expert. Like she was so good that our parents, our dad, our brother, like one thing about this cartel family is, they always have like levels, right? So she was so good that the highest, the one like the most powerful there kind of transferred everything, put her in charge of everything. So she was in that power where she was in that position rather she was in that position where she gets to run everything, so everything would go through her, you understand? So increasing she started expanding the business. She started expanding the business to the point where it was now between two countries. So she went as far as getting married to another drug cartel in another country. So this is what she did. She made it this way that she's like the middleman. So where this drug cartel and this drug cartel, whenever they want to do transaction, they are going to need her. And it was going so well, like so well that no one would ever notice, no one would ever question that this lady, she runs a drug cartel business like nobody. That is how good she was. Hi, Fatia. Thanks for joining my live. I hope you've subscribed. Yes, this is a story time, true crime stories to be precise. So please note everything I'm saying here, they are actually real. So if you do your research, you're going to see it. So it's a true crime story of Sandra. Yes. So if you enjoy true crime stories, please do well to subscribe to the channel. And I will not be subscribed to at this time. Okay, cool. I will not be time story. Okay. I don't think I understand you, artist Due. Okay. So anyway, guys, if you guys enjoy true crime stories, so you're going to always catch me on live. So that's what I do on my YouTube live. I share a lot of true crime stories, okay? But if you enjoy watching nice movies, Korean dramas, series, and also make use of products, that is where, okay, no worries, that's the problem. But if you enjoy reviews, I also get to review interesting Korean dramas on my videos, okay? So on my videos, I review Korean dramas, K-dramas, series, Netflix series, and movies, okay? So if you enjoy that, you can also do well to subscribe so you don't get to miss my video. But my YouTube live, I mainly talk about true crime stories, okay? You sorry, I do not understand what you said. Um okay, so Okay, so back to what I was saying anyway. So Sandra was that good that, like I said, no one could actually suspect anything that was going on in her life. So that is how good she was, and she was also really wealthy. When I say, of course you'll be wealthy with that kind of power, with that kind of position. So, and she was not hiding her money. Like, she spent she spent a lot she spent a lot of those money getting interesting things. Like, she got nice things, rather, cars, bags. She went on vacation, jewelries, expensive jewelries to be precise, like really expensive one. So it was really, really, really nice. When I say it was nice, it was really nice. Like, she really spent a lot of money. So all of this was just going on well. Everything was going fine. Everything was going great. Up until one of those competitors, you know how they can be like fights between true drug cartels, right? So there was a fight between two drug cartel, and one of those people kidnapped a child. So when they kidnapped a child, they started demanding for heavy ransom. I mean, not small money. They were demanding for about, let's say, I can't really get the figures now, right? But let me just give you a rundown number. Let me give you a. I can't get a figure, but let's just say they demanded for like $40 million. Note, $40 million is like small money to Sandra, but she can't just pay $40 million to a kidnapper, right? Else they would definitely keep demanding for more. So she was like, she had to now call the police, like, look, these people kidnapped my child and they're demanding for this. And when the police found out that, why would they be demanding for this kind of amounts? I mean, who the hell are you to start with to make kidnappers to be demanding for this kind of amounts? That was how bad. So that was when everything started cracking. So that was when everything started cracking for Sandra. So the when police were now trying to like check in her personal life and everything, she was like, you know what, let the police not bother. She's going to sort this thing herself. I would say her biggest mistake was involving the police the first place if she knew she was not ready to expose herself. So the police definitely would not just mind their business. So they started checking, started doing background check, and boom, they found out that, wow, this lady, this lady is really, really a powerful person, and this lady, she's not just a small catch. So, so that is how it started. Please, guys, you guys should hold on. I remove. Okay, hi Siago, I'm doing fine. Okay, thanks for asking. I hope you subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy true crime stories, you always catch me on my YouTube live sharing interesting true crime stories. Or if you don't like true crime stories and you enjoy watching interesting K dramas as well as series, do well to subscribe. Okay, I am from Nigeria, based in Nigeria. Okay, so please let me know where you're joining us from as well. Yeah, so I just want to quickly wrap the story because it's already getting really late here for me. So how Sandra was now caught was when police started digging into her. So police started digging in, and boom, they found out that she is not a small fish. Like, she's actually a drug cartel. Not just a drug cartel, like she's the queen pin. You know, we have, like, I would even say she's like the kingpin. So that is how big she was. So they involved the FBI and they started trying to track her down. She was really good. Like, she didn't get let them catch her easily. So she kept changing one location to another location, up to the point where she even started doing surgery. Like, started going for um facial surgery. Like, she changed her face, changed how she looked, everything. But police, they'll definitely still catch you, and they caught her. So they caught her, and she spent about, I would say, 21 months in jail. While she was in jail, it's not your regular jail. She was doing really, really well. Like, she had people coming down to give her whatever she needed, serve her, clean for her, everything. That is how good. So this story just taught me that two things. I was like, there is no way on earth I'm going to stop what I want to do because of someone. It's a different thing if I'm being stopped because of a situation or a position I find myself. But if that position is caused by someone, I won't be stopping it. I definitely will not be stopping it. So I hope you guys enjoyed my true crime story. Please ask me any question. Okay. Let me know what you guys think about this. Oh, Siago, you're from Liverpool, UK. Wow. How is it over there? How is the weather? Please let me know. So let me know, do you guys like true crime stories that much? I mean, okay, rather, what kind of true crime stories do you like? Oh, this is famous subscriber. Hi, hi Jeff. How are you doing? How is it over? How is Scotland? How is the weather there in Scotland? I hope you've subscribed. I really do hope you subscribe so you don't get to miss me, and I also don't get to miss you. So, my name is Annie, and I share lots of, I get to review and recommend interesting K dramas, interesting Netflix series, and interesting movies as well. So if it's something you like, do well to subscribe. And on my YouTube live, I also get to share interesting K dramas. Okay, I think I would have to be going now, and I'll be joining you guys later on. So see you in my next. Okay, all right. That before I leave, could you guys tell me um could you guys tell me what kind of games you like me to include in my YouTube live? So just to keep it rolling, like. All right. So see you in my next YouTube live. Okay. Okay. I thought someone wanted to say something. Hi, Mike. Thanks for joining. Let me know where you're joining from. And please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button so you don't get to miss me and I also don't get to miss you. Okay? So please do well to subscribe and also let me know. But Baltimore, oh, how is it over there? How is it over there? Let me know if you subscribe. So do you enjoy and do you enjoy true crime stories? Because if you do, you always see me on my YouTube live sharing that. For a pimp. It's out here for a pimp. Okay. I don't know what that means though. All right. When I'm stressed out, I would say the only fictional world I do go to is sleep. When I'm really stressed out, I just prefer to rest my head out and sleep out. So that gets to help me. Like that helps a lot. So let me know what about you. What about you? All right. So I will be joining in the game. You guys showed on the second place.